Hello, my name is Nathan, and you're watching Robot Masters. This channel is all about reviewing all the latest and coolest robots to make your life easier. If you haven't seen my channel, well, welcome, and please stay tuned. In front of me, I have the Braava M6, which is Roomba's latest mopping robot. Sells for a cool $499. And over here, we got the baby. This is the Braava Jet 245. Get this bad boy opened. I got my trusty knife here. We're gonna do a quick zipping. Go ahead and pop the top. See what we got here. We got the accessory box and we got the robot. So let's go ahead and get this little guy out here. Oh, look how cute this little guy is. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a little pat. So, looks like a smaller version of the Braava M6. We got some little wheels here. It's interesting. Okay, we just have a quick look at the underneath of the robot. Those are the cliff sensors off to the right and left. Also, we have these little dots, which is actually a weight to help keep the robot on the ground so it doesn't slip around. At first, I thought those were sensors. And then we got the mop detecting sensor, which has 3 types of mopping pads: wet, damp, and dry. And you got your spray nozzle up front there. Nothing on the right side of the robot. And in the back is where your battery goes. Again, there's no self-charging or docking capabilities. And on the left side of the robot, again, there's nothing. So very clean design. I love it. It's very cute. This little fella only has one single button. Press it once to turn the robot on, and you press it again to start the cleaning job. Very simple. Love the design, and it's always getting dirty. So those little tabs are for packaging. You just go ahead and remove those foam inserts, and you're good to go. Okay, we got the instruction booklet right here. Very nice. I always like that they have a quick start guide because a lot of people just want to jump right into how to get the robot started. And then this is the accessory tab. So, looks like we have some wet mopping pads, some damp mopping pads, and lastly, dry mopping pads. I like that you can easily tell what kind of pad they are by the little indicator right here. Also, there's a nice diagram of how the cleaning path works. So one thing to note, let's get a quick look here. You see that? That means that the actual head vibrates. That's something that neither the 380T has or the new Braava M6, which is very unique to this little guy. And these are all disposable. And we have a little portable charger here. So unlike the other robots, this does not have its own self-charging base, or it can't dock anywhere. You just physically take the battery out of this little charger and place it in the robot. Side up. And then with kind of 2 fingers, pushes in. And your battery is down there. So it looks like they actually gave you 2 batteries. Battery capacity is at 1,950 milliamp hours. Not bad for a little guy. And what is up, my friends? We are now going to go ahead and look at these 2 little guys. The little miniature guy, the Braava Jet 240, and the big brother, Braava Jet M6. From just looking at these 2, we clearly see that the Braava M6 is basically the bigger brother of the 240. Yes, this guy dwarfs this little guy. Look. So this little guy dwarfs this little guy. I like to call him the big brother of the little guy. So one thing to know is this little guy has a handle, where this guy, the handle is right in here. It's just a static handle, but still very nice. Let's go ahead and just look at the front here. You guys can see the difference. One has a nice kind of silver accent, where this has a kind of a blue accent right here. They both have a power button that says clean. Press it once to turn them on. Press it again to get them going. Very simple operation. You notice on the M6 has a couple additional buttons. You got your spot button, you got your home button, and you got your little barrier sensor, which is used for this little lighthouse. As you can see, I have not even opened up the lighthouse because this guy has an app where you can tell exactly which room to clean and also where to stay out of. This guy also works with its siblings, the i7 and the S9. So when they are done cleaning, this guy will pick up after them and do the mopping job. In front here, we got the little spray nozzle on both of these guys. This guy has 2 additional sensors to help it detect objects and to slow down. I suspect this guy doesn't need it because it's going slow enough. So when it bumps into a wall, it's not going to damage your furniture. Also, keep in mind that there's no rubber bumper right here, it's just all plastic. So we'll see how well this guy is with furniture. So this guy has its little rubber bumper right here to help minimize impact of furniture. Let's go ahead and flip up the top. And this guy has its own separate water tank. Both these guys can take tap water, either warm or cold. And of course, you can always use iRobot solution. The solution sells for about $7.99. Now let's go ahead and look at the water tank of this guy. It has a flip up handle. And the water tank is right there. Nice little flap. And both can eject their pads just with a little switch right here. And with this guy, the ejection button is actually in the front right here. So let's go ahead and see if I can do them at the same time. So let's keep going here. Off to the side here, you can see the different design changes. You notice that this guy has a hole in its rear end. Well, that's where the battery goes. And back to the front here. Okay, let's go ahead and flip this guy over. You got the Braava M6 on the left and the 240 on the right. So you notice right off the bat, they both have a sensor to detect what type of pad is being used, right there and right there. This guy has some Velcro on the left to help secure the pad. This just relies on the clamp, which does a really good job supporting the pad. The Braava M6 has a removable battery as well. Just have to take out 2 screws. You notice that there's also cliff sensors all around here. And these charging points are for the self-charging feature. And here's the writing, the nameplate of both the robots. So that's basically it. They're very similar in design, but they're also very different. One thing to know is this little guy has a vibrating head. This guy does not. But everything else is the same. They both perform a back and forth cleaning pattern. They both can spray down solution. You can also pair up an app, which this has more features like imprinting, mapping capabilities. Also, this guy has the imprint link. So there's a lot more app features with this guy versus this guy. But keep in mind, this guy is only about $180. This guy is $500. So I think that's the quick look of the underneath of the robot. So that's basically the overview of the M6 and the little Braava 240. So why in the world am I comparing these two robots? You know, of course, they're different sizes. You got the big robot, little robot. One can do 1,000 square feet. This one can do 150 square feet. So technically, they're in two different categories. You buy this guy for, you know, your bathrooms, your small kitchen area, and you buy this guy for your entire house. So what's the point of comparing these two guys? So what I'm really looking into is how well these two guys can clean. Even though they both have spray nozzles, they both use the same iRobot solution. They both have wet and dry mopping pads. One thing that's different is the Braava Jet 240 has a vibrating head. I want to see if this vibrating head makes any difference in the cleaning test. So that's just why I put this little guy up against its bigger brother. So if you like this types of videos, please give me a big thumbs up. Lets me know that you enjoyed my content. Also, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps out a small YouTube channel, and I am trying to grow here, and I want to provide you guys with more robots. So just a sneak peek, I got the Roborock S6 on order, and it's going to get delivered soon, hopefully this week or next week. And we're going to do a bunch of tests with the Roborock as well. The Roborock S5, we'll also do a head-to-head with the S9 and the i7. So you guys have a great rest of your day, be safe out there, and see you next time.